I'm Tiffany. Welcome to my channel, The Book Skeptic. So today I'm going to be sharing my BookTube Newbie Tag. Why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I love to talk about books and share opinions with other readers. And of course, BookTube, that's the perfect place. So I was like, yes, let's do it. And I've actually been a part of BookTube before, but I started this channel specifically because I wanted a fresh start. So I am very looking forward to this new experience. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Just like I love to gush about books, I also love ranting about books. I just love the rants and the sass and everything. I have such a good time with it. So I'm sure there will be plenty of those. And I've been filming, editing, writing videos for about 7 years now, so that's the kind of quality you're gonna see in my videos, so yay! What are you most excited for about this new channel? I'm just really excited to start BookTube differently. Like, I have my previous experience and I just want to explore, you know? I want to find new things. Like, I hate to bring up book talk, but there's a lot of books I wouldn't have known otherwise if BookTok hadn't freaked out about it, and then BookTube freaked out about it, and then all the bookstores are like, let's talk about these books. So I'm not saying I'm a lover of BookTok, but at least there's other books to be talked about. So obviously now I have some knowledge of what BookTok likes. There are plenty of those. I don't have that same opinion. But I'm looking forward this time around to really find the people for me, people I haven't otherwise discovered. So I'm really hoping I can find some really good people, make some new friends, and yeah, discover brand new books I wouldn't otherwise read. I would say too, because I have done BookTube before, I'm really looking forward to doing different videos. I haven't really done reading vlogs yet, and now I really want to try those out and maybe doing 24-hour readathons. So, and also I'd love, you know, subscribers, commenters to like recommend, like just tell me what they want to see from me. I really want to try some new things, so I'm really looking forward to that. Why do you love reading? That's a really good question. What I like the most about reading is anyone can picture something. Like, even if the author describes, oh, this person has blonde hair, it's your brain. You can decide what to picture, you know? I really like that. And whenever the author describes something, it's gonna be in your mind. Like, you're really the one who's crafting these things. Like, sure, the author is telling you what it is, but it's not like a movie where it's only the director's vision. If anything, you are the director. And I just think that is such a cool experience. There's just a totally different image. For example, whenever I would read a book about a character in high school while I was in middle school, I would picture the high school like my middle school. And certain locations and everything, if I have a certain association with something, I can picture it in my own life. I just think that's really cool, really awesome, creative freedom. It's just all around a great time. What book or series got you into reading? Reading was actually an acquired taste for me. Like, at the very beginning, for years of life as a kid, my mom really tried to push me into reading and I was just not having it. But then in first grade, our teacher read Junie B. Jones, and oh my gosh, it was just like the click, just boom! And yeah, I've been like reading ever since then. Like, just such a great sassy character for young readers to enjoy. And honestly, like, if older readers read it too, that's awesome. Like, it's just such a fun series. Also, as a kid, I read the Missing series by Margaret, Peterson, Haddix. Oh my gosh. Like, I had such a fun time with that. I think that was my first experience with sci-fi. I just love that so much. Basically, it's like this whole thing. It's this airplane comes and there were all these babies on this abandoned plane. And it turns out there's some time travel involved, and oh my gosh, I just loved that series so much. It was really fun because it was actually something I got to experience with my mom and my brother. It was just all around a fun time, and I just love that I can look back on that. That was just such a fun experience. And the Harry Potter series, so with most series, like I'm talking not a trilogy, I'm talking like, 5+ books. Usually I'm good with like a few and then I'm done, or I just read the first, but Harry Potter, I loved that so much. I had the best time, so I read it all the way through, and what I did was I would read book 1, then I'd watch the first movie, same going around. Such a good time. I loved that experience so much. Unfortunately, actually, I did try to reread Harry Potter this year. It didn't work out, but I can still appreciate the love I have for the series, and I can still watch the movies back, which is really nice. I'm not saying the series is bad or anything, it's just this time around it didn't work for me. Who knows? If I get back to it, maybe I'll have a different experience. I can't say for sure. And more when I was a teenager, I found a few books that I really loved. So my all-time favorite I actually have. Angelfall by Susan E. This is such an amazing book. I actually have not reread it even though it is my all-time favorite book. But I am planning on rereading this. Also, now that I have this new channel, if anyone's curious about this book or wants to read this book, maybe we could do like a channel-wide, buddy read. We could have a fun time with this. I think that could be really fun. And then at the end, we could do a live show or something. You guys let me know if you'd be interested. So along with Angelfall, I'm talking like my top tier. I only have 2 books that are my top tier. And so the second one is The Fifth Wave. Now, I actually have reread this book. I reread it at the end of last year with my friend Robin from the book Wormhole. I had such a good time with that book. Both times. The first time I read it was when it first came out in 2013, so I was 12. And then I watched it, I guess, yeah, I would be 21, which I still am, so waiting on that birthday. But, it's such a good book. And there's so many good things about both books. Definitely the sassy main character. I just love a sarcastic female character. They're the best. The romance, honestly this time around with The Fifth Wave, it wasn't quite as much with the romance. It was a little cringy. I was just like, oh, stop. But Angelfall, definitely 100%. I love that one. I love that romance. Very good. Enemies to lovers. Like, actually enemies to lovers, not just you said something mean to me one time. Such good stuff. All around, the setting, the plot of it, those books are just amazing. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I'd probably ask them, how do they stay so consistent? Since I've done this before, it was very hard for me, but I have planned, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be consistent, but I love to know their tips and tricks, because I know how difficult it is. It can be very hard. And also, for example, I was actually very nervous to get this video started. Like, today I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then I just kept on procrastinating and be like, I'll do it the next hour, just like an hour, and then we'll do this. But I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm excited to meet new people. I'm very excited, and that's why, along with being super excited, I'm also super scared and anxious. But I think it is gonna be a great time, and I'm excited to see what all happens with this channel. Oh, and another thing, I'd probably ask them what their favorite thing about BookTube is. I'm sure along with the whole thing of consistency, maybe something that goes hand in hand with that is what they love about doing this and everything, so I'd probably ask what their favorite thing about BookTube is. What challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? As I said, consistency for sure. Definitely creating an audience. I mean, I know I've been watching some BookTube tips and tricks from other bigger booktubers, like the advice that they give, and they're like, hey, BookTube is a very niche space. Like, it's not some huge thing. You're not gonna get millions of subscribers, which I wasn't aiming for, but it's definitely something I'm gonna have to adjust to, get used to, because I think we all can agree this isn't just a YouTube thing. I think this is just in general a FOMO thing. I think we all would like, if we're a part of YouTube, we want the same effort we're putting into YouTube to be rewarded with subscribers and comments and likes. And obviously sometimes that doesn't happen. So I'm preparing myself to be decent with it, but I know that will be something I will have to challenge myself to be like, it's okay. I don't need 1 million subscribers, it's okay. So definitely consistency and viewership, but I'm trying to be very like understanding and patient. I'm gonna try my best here. When did you start reading? So like I said with Junie Jones, I started reading for fun in 1st grade. And yeah, over the years, it's been plenty of fun books. I would definitely say my highlight year was 7th grade. I was just reading books like crazy. And the closest time that would be the same as 7th grade, it would be what I have been doing with BookTube. 2020, I read 57 books, and in 2021, I read 66 books. So I'm definitely getting through plenty of books thanks to BookTube. Where do you read? So since 2021, I've been utilizing audiobooks. So sometimes I read in my car. Lately, I mostly read in my bed. I just have more comfort in this, and while this chair is fine, it's not quite like reading comfortability, you know? Like, it's fine to do your work. It's a desk chair, you know? It's not some like perfect, you know, comfort thing. Oh, and hello! I usually go on daily walks, so with an audiobook, I also like to walk around. So, car, walking, and in my room on my bed, I like to do that. What kind of books do you like to read? Well, it used to be strictly young adult, but now that I'm 21, it's changing. Majority of the books I've read so far this year have been adult. I'm still reading young adult, but I'm definitely moving more towards new adult fiction. And now typically what I read is contemporary and romance. I really love those genres. I have read plenty of sci-fi and fantasy before. I would say fantasy is the genre I have the hardest time with. Sci-fi I definitely enjoy, but I'm not so much into like space. I have an issue with space. I'm just not for it, but I love dystopian, like I said, time travel. There's plenty of sci-fi I enjoy, but sci-fi and fantasy, both of those, I don't read as much anymore. I definitely prefer kind of being in a wish fulfillment, but still in our world. That's why I really enjoy the contemporary and romance reads. And so those are all the questions, but I did want to share a few of the plans I have for this channel. So very soon I'm going to be posting my September wrap-up. I'm going to be sharing my October reading plans. I'm going to do this Battle of the Sexes video. So one is The XY, the other is City of Beasts, and the other one is Eve of Man. So basically what I'm going to do, all three of these books focus on the difference between men and women, and they are young adult books, so I don't know how good they're going to do with that, but I just think it could be a fun experience, so I look forward to doing that video. Like I said, I would like to do reading vlogs, so I think weekly vlogs during October, you're gonna see that. And I've been working on a reading journal. I've been having such a fun time. I started doing that last month, so I'm going to be showing my September reading journal spread, and I will also be sharing my October spread that I've been working on. So those are just a few videos I have coming up, and thank you so much for watching, everyone. I am super excited to get started with this channel. I can't wait to see, hopefully, both new and familiar faces on this channel. Please be sure to like this video, comment down below, and please subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much again for watching. I hope you stay tuned to my channel.